Well, this is Underground Comics Part 2, and the reason I'm actually showing you guys this is because I don't think, aside from eBay and other outrageously overpriced outlets, I don't think any of these are available that much anymore. It was just like a weird little thing, I know there's volumes out, somebody put, collections together and stuff, but as for actually the comics, I think they're pretty expensive at this point. But let's run through this batch. We got Dr. Atomic again, Rip-Off Comics with Dealer McDope, and the Triangle Triced with Fat Freddy's Cat, and other things here. The Checkered Demon again. Like I said, S. Clay Wilson was a perennial favorite of mine. Mr. Natural by R. Crumb. What's it don't mean sheet. Okay, we know that. Bent Comics by S. Clay Wilson. Like I said, I'm a big fan. Slow Death Funnies. Like I said, these guys weren't afraid to take on issues here. 50s Funnies, a blast from the past. Oh, please no. Well, we all get this one. Hungry Chuck Biscuits. Snappy Sammy Smoot. Who else is in this one? This was a weird one. I forgot who did this one. I can tell you in a second, though. Dan Klein. Dan Clyde? Yeah, no, Dan Klein actually did it. Middle Class Fantasies. This looks like Rita Hayworth. More Captain Guts. Captain Guts, what the hell? Smashes Black Power? I mean, fuck. This is completely over the top here. Stephen Bissett was in this is a Stephen Bissett one, Lacuna here. Steve sort of keeps that thing alive with the creep EC comic motif here. Again, these cherry ones, like I said, these are from the 90s. I sort of like incorporate whatever meaningful relationships. Oh, there's another one of my favorite. Reminds me of home, Sin City. Then we have High Flying Funnies with Rufus the Radical Reptile. There was something in here that, trying to think what it said. There was some interesting, some of the stuff I just can't, do whatever. Can't show it, but if I can find something that would make sense, I would show it without getting kicked off this whole thing here. I guess it's not in there. But where is it? Okay, here's the... you can see the insert here. 1970. Standing guard with tireless determination under the intersection of Church and Channel Streets, whatever. Crazy shit. Of course, Al Goldstein would get in the act too with Screw Comics. It's party time. Another S. Clay Wilson one, 2. A Yellow Dog that sort of got fucked up. Another Rip-Off Comics with Freak Brothers, Dope and Dan, Dr. Feelgood. Skull Comics, another horror sort of theme type thing. Motor City Comics, this was an R. Crumb one. Good Jive, adults only. Facts of Life Funnies. DOA Comics. I'm trying to think who did this one. Man, that's... Zap Comics number 3, which was this is the one I got in trouble for. My old man actually found this one and cursed me out of it because it has this one, Captain Pissgums and his pervert pirates. And he started screaming at me, this is filth and this and that and the other things. Well, what about those Tijuana Bibles in your top drawer, Dad, hidden behind your socks with the chick with the donkey? I think these are a lot better. But anyway, I digress. Homegrown Funnies, another R. Crumb one. Slow Death number 3. San Francisco Comic Book. Dope Comics. There was a bunch of these. I had a lot more of these, but unfortunately I got jacked up and had to sell them to pay the rent. Omaha the Cat Dancer. A lot of this stuff too, R. Crumb was, Fritz the Cat. That was his originally too, which became a motion picture. Here's an unripped up Yellow Dog Comics. Other Psychotic Adventures. These things, these were almost like EC, mixed with creepy and eerie, because they didn't hold back on the gore or anything nasty. Feds and Heads, Gilbert Shelton with Wonder Warthog and the Freak Brothers. Another San Francisco comic with R. Crumb. Freak Brothers in Grassroots. Another rip-off comic with Freak Brothers, Mom, Dealer McDope, and the Wonder Warthog. More rip-off comics, a plethora of Gilbert Shelton stuff, comics from France, Goose, more. Zap Comics number 8. I don't know how far Zap ever went. More slow death funnies. That's Nixon there. This is Rand Holmes, I think. Another rip-off one with cartoons of Spain. Wonder Warthog and the Bat. Different shit. Another rip-off press one. White Lunch Comics. This is, I think, Rand Holmes. This guy's a fucking great artist. He did the Harold Head stuff. Slow Death, and like I said, they covered social issues, including cancer. Another Subvert Comics with Trash Man. This one is, God, I don't even know what it is. It's definitely an S. Clay Wilson comic. Another Slow Death one. Fear and Laughter with Dr. Hunter S. Toxin, The Brown Buffalo, and Bad Craziness. I guess this was, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Dr. Hunter S. Thompson was a huge force in the 70s and late 60s. Another Fabulous Furry Freak Brothers. Death Rattle, number 2. Another Death Rattle. How are they both number? Well, it's 2. Oh, Death Rattle number 3. Order. Another rip-off comics, Fat Freddy's Cat. Motoring tips, too. Bizarre Sex. Another Subvert comic with Trash Man. I think Spain passed away. Here's Harold Head with Hitler's Cocaine. Another Fat Freddy's Cat. Another Freak Brothers. Is this the first one? It might have been. Freak Brothers and Idiots Abroad. Tales of Sex and Death. Death Rattle. And Dope and Dan. And more Dope and Dan. So that's what I still have left. I mean, it's a little slice of life here, a little time capsule from the late 60s and early 70s. So, and these things are worth having. If you can pick them up cheap, they're definitely worth the read. And no, I'm not going to part with any of mine. So until next time, stay safe. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for tuning in. And maybe we'll dig up some more artifacts in the future.